Hi guys. So unfortunately, I have to go back for a second day of jury duty tomorrow, which for you is today, since you're watching this on Friday. Hopefully that'll be it, and I'll be back in school on Monday, although it's possible that won't happen. So here's what you need to do today. Let's talk about homework first. So if you look at this homework list, you'll see that, first of all, the basic due dates haven't really changed. The research paper rough draft, right there, still due at the end of class today. And remember what a rough draft means. It means everything but the full citations and the footnotes. You can leave your footnotes just source A, source B, source F, source D, and proofreading and revising. But other than that, the paper's fully written by the end of class today, and I'll be checking that on Google Drive tonight. And then the final research paper is still due on Monday, even though you might not have history class on Monday, because we have partners Monday morning. So even though you might not have class, at the beginning of the school day on Monday morning, that finished research paper should be in your Google Drive history assignment folder. Okay. I want to show you the grading rubric that I'm going to use to grade these really quick. So let's look at it together. Here it is. It says teacher side on top because on the other side is going to be the student side. So when I am eventually back in school, I'll have this photocopied for you, and you'll fill out the student side with what you think you deserve as a sort of reflection exercise on how you did on this project. And this is what I'll use to grade you. So this should look pretty familiar from English class, actually. You've got a couple different categories, and then you've got the sort of 4-point grading system from not yet on the low end to above and beyond on the high end. You've got a place for me to write comments down here, and all the way here at the bottom, you've got a place for me to put your grade. If you look at the categories overall, they're separated into the process, sort of how you did working during this process, and then the product, the paper itself, how good is your paper. And I think these are pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to grade you on whether you were focused and working hard and being independent during the classwork and homework. Part of that is those self-evaluation forms where you've been grading yourself as we went. When I'm back in school, I'll collect them. I'm going to grade you on your research notes. I'm going to look at your notes on Google Drive. And then same thing with the outlines that you've done. I'm going to look at and assess your outlines here. And then for the actual paper itself, I'm basically going to look at each part of the paper and the basic things that are supposed to be in it. So your intro is supposed to give background on your topic and give a thesis statement that answers your research question. Your body paragraphs that develop and explain your answer, that have evidence and that have footnotes. And then a conclusion that restates your answer and adds something new about its relevance or importance. And those basic guidelines were outlined in the graphic organizer for your outline of the paper already. So if you need to go back to that as you're writing and look at those bullet points to remind yourself, that would be a great thing to do. And finally, collapsed into one category, I'm going to look at your grammar and just overall how clear your writing is. Going back to the agenda for today, getting help, number 3. So obviously the big problem is that I'm not there to help you write this thing right now. And that's terrible, and I'm sad about it, but we're not going to move the due date again. We've moved it too much. It's too late in the year. We've had too many snow days. We need to stick to it and move on to Africa. So here's what. If you need help, you can get help. And here's how it's going to work. If you can do these 3 things, if you can email me today with a specific question about your paper, and you make sure your rough draft is in your history folder where I can find it, then my promise to you is that on Saturday, I will take some time, I will look at all your questions, and either via email or via comments on your Google Doc, I will answer your questions so that you have time on Sunday to go back, use my feedback, and polish up your final copy of the paper. But you really do have to do these three things. It's got to be in my inbox today. It's really got to be a specific question, not just, I need help, or I'm confused, or how is this? Please be specific. And if I can't access the rough draft itself, I really won't be able to help you. So I hope you work very, very productively for the rest of this class period. And good luck on the paper. I hope to see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend.